Alright, let's do a stupid video on the Leafs losing in Buffalo.
Nah, dude, they won.
They beat Buffalo in Buffalo.
Yes.
The game after Phil Kessel scored 2 goals against Boston.
You are correct.
What the hell is going on?
You ready? Big news. What? Seriously? No pigs yet. What? What was he doing? Wow. Bring him on. Beautiful.
When's Ashton Kutcher popping out? Where's the cameras?
Leafs win 2-1 over Buffalo in Buffalo. Leafs win in Buffalo for the first time since December 12th, 2008. James Reimer picking up the win in this one, and he also won on December 12th, 2008. The only difference is the score was 3-2, and he was playing in the ECHL for the Reading Royals. Take that, Elmira Jackals! He would later go on to win ECHL playoff MVP, playing for the South Carolina Stingrays. I had a coffee before this video also.
Caffeine!
Oh, my neck. Sorry about that, folks. Getting to the game, other than Tyler Ennis hitting the crossbar on the Leafs just a couple minutes into the game, really nothing happening in the first period. There was like a 7-minute stretch where there was no whistle at all, and it took the Leafs forever to get a shot on goal. Leafs with just 5 shots on goal in the first, but Buffalo only 9. That's not that much. Which makes what happened next a little more concerning. James Reimer starts the second period while J.S. Giguère sits out with a lower body injury. And before you ask the question, allow me. Gustafsson is still out of action, being evaluated and whatnot. Jussi Rönnis, and yes, it's pronounced Rönnis, not Rhinus, is out with a broken finger. And the guy who was supposed to be the regular starter for the ECHL's Reading Royals and guest of the Steve Dangle Show, Ben Scrivens, is now the Marlies starter for a little bit. If, and this is if, we don't even know the answer to this yet, the Leafs need to recall a goalie, it would be Scrivens. And anyone that's seen Scrivens play or looked at his numbers knows that that's not a tragedy, but it's getting pretty thin. The Leafs went from one of the best 5 goalies deep organizations in the NHL to who's left. But Reimer has been fantastic, and so has Scrivens, so we'll see what goes on. Islanders picked up Al Montoya for a 6th rounder. There's always waivers, free agency, you never know. Giguère might even just be fine. But Reimer holding his own in the Leaf net, which is great because Phil Kessel takes the feed from the point and scores his 3rd goal in 2 games, 1-0 Leafs. Just a nice, plain and simple shot on goal. Fools Miller goes in. Lupul getting an assist on that one for his 3rd assist in 2 games. Toronto starts to control the play a little bit, which you don't often see in Buffalo, and they outshoot the Sabres 10-8 in the second. And it's a chippy game. There's a lot of face washing going on, a lot of scrums, but the game is so close, no one really wants to fight. We move to the 3rd, and after some solid play by James Reimer, Ryan Miller starts stealing the show. The night before, Miller got his first day off since ever. And the Leafs just can't capitalize on a 5-on-3, which almost comes back to bite them, because very shortly after that, Carl Gunnarsson gets the call, and it's a Sabres power play. And even though he took a penalty in this instance, there have been a few games recently I hate when Carl Gunnarsson is scratched. Doesn't get a whole lot of minutes, but the minutes he gets are on the power play, and a lot of them on the PK. And he spent some time with the Marlies last year. You know who spent some time with the Marlies this year? Joey Crabb. He comes streaking in shorthanded, nice little toe drag move, kicks it back to his stick, and scores on Ryan Miller. 2-0 Leafs in Buffalo. Take a picture, savor it. And Joey Crabb, who was the Marlies' leading goal scorer when he was called up, gets his first goal as a Toronto Maple Leaf.
Joey Crabb scores the shorty. Auto-tune can make anything sound good, even Kesha.
That's why I call shorthanded goals T-Pains. Less than 2 minutes later, as great as he's been this season, Reimer makes a rare mistake. Puck comes toward him, sweeps the puck into the corner, and who's there? Nobody really, and maybe they should have been, but you gotta be a little more aware. Big Paul Gostad gets the puck, shoots it, and just squeaks through Reimer. Good, not a very good goal to give up. Yucky no-nos. But good on the Leafs as a team for outshooting the Sabres 15-7 in the 3rd period. Because something that's driven fans crazy for a while now is the goalie doesn't get enough support from the rest of the team. Well, tonight, Reimer and Giguère got just that. And when the team was outnumbered, like during the final minute, James Reimer makes a huge save with about 30 seconds to go, preserving the Leafs win. And the Leafs get a very valuable 2 points in Buffalo, winning back-to-back road games, keeping their playoff hopes alive. And in as many nights, the Marlies march into Manitoba, win back-to-back road games to keep their playoff hopes alive. It's a pretty solid couple days for Toronto hockey. I'm going to make this the question of the game. How do you think Lupul has fit in with the Leafs so far? Just 4 games. Because I think he's gelling really well with his line mates right now, and he's been like within an inch of a goal a few times already. Clark MacArthur too, even though he's been racking up assists, he's been this far away from a goal for the last few games. And he drilled Ryan Miller in the head with a slap shot in this one. But hey, that's one way to use your head. That's just an awful joke. I'm not even going to finish it. Another question worth asking, let's just pretend that Giguère is out a week or 2. What do you do? Leafs with just 2 games between the 18th and the 23rd, and they're against the Sens and the Islanders. With all the selling they've been doing, the Sens look really, really bad, but the Islanders have been shooting the lights out recently. I wouldn't be too worried if they brought in Scrivens. He's really proven himself. He's been a huge surprise this year. But they should probably go after another goalie. You don't have to make a blockbuster deal. Like I said, something like the Islanders did, a 6th round pick for Al Montoya. And last but not least, I hate talking about this, but Thomas Kaberle, apparently, according to rumors, may not be a Leaf come Saturday when the Leafs play the Sens. Rumors. All I know is this. The Leafs could be in a playoff spot by the end of next week. Or the Leafs could be like a dozen points out of the playoffs again by the end of next week. Thomas Kaberle may be traded by the end of next week. Someone else might be traded by the end of next week. There might be 5 more trades. We don't know. As much as I hate the rumors, the unknown factor here is really exciting. Don't forget, like I said in my last video, I'll put the links in the underbar. I made 2 blogs along with my friend Justin Fisher. Who to follow for the trade deadline. One list was a big list of just players. Added to that list yesterday, Marlies goalie Ben Scrivens, Scrivens_30. And the other list features guys that you might not necessarily know about, like scouts, agents, and beat writers from specific cities. With the trade deadline 2 weeks away, I would buckle up.